Hi GTA fans, welcome back to GTA 6 news today. Huge news, leaks confirm that GTA 6 map is massive. Reddit's leaks are piecing it together from the trailer, revealing over 100 named locations. The map could be 18x18 squares, featuring areas like Lake Leonida, Port Gellhorn, and the Florida Everglades. While city itself is split between the mainland and an island, connected by large bridges. Plus, there's an airport and smaller islands to explore by boat. This ambitious map promises endless adventures. Stay tuned for more updates on this colossal open world. Subscribe if you want me to give away multiple GTA 6 copies on the release date. Thank you and let's go. 6 map concept with islands, and here we could see the other pictures that we haven't seen before, as someone decided to add more islands to the GTA 6 map concepts. As first one we go, as always, mostly speculation, maybe 10% confirmed stuff, rest is just all of them ideas. But greatly, we can see some islands right there with a Bermuda Triangle, and that's kind of cool. Also, the second one we could see the classic color palette if you want to see, and the third one is just a comparison to the GTA 5 map with all the islands we could see on the GTA 6 map. Can we see even more islands when the game drops? Write down in the comments if you think like that. Next up, the GTA 6 map leak confirms an open world as big as we ever expected. Perhaps the one thing that fans of Grand Theft Auto want more than anything else is to see the map. Maybe they would even be happy without it having too much detail. More speculation has gone into what the map might look like and what features it will have than the story. Rightly so, seeing as many people will spend much of the time driving around it or flying over it, particularly when GTA 6 Online inevitably releases. So it's no surprise that internet sleuths over on Reddit are piecing together a lot of the map from leaks and background from the one and only trailer. We already know from the big Rockstar Games leak that over 100 locations are named already, but this seemingly only scratches the surface. According to the Reddit thread speculating on the size of the map, they believe the Great Witch was originally only 16x16 is actually going to be at least 18x18 squares. The map shows of several large areas including Lake Leonida, a smaller city called Port Gellhorn, Grass Rivers, which appears to be the Florida Everglades, and of course the main city, Vice City. In fact, from what users have dug up, it seems Vice City will be split by large bridges between the mainland and an offshore island. And of course, there's an airport next to the city which matches that in the real-world counterpart of the Florida, and there are a smattering of smaller islands dotted around which we are bound to explore by boat. This project to map the game is an ambitious one and is to be taken with a pinch of salt, but if it's even close to true, this is going to be a huge undertaking to explore it all. And this doesn't count for any verticality from the buildings either. Let's hope Rockstar Games confirms some of this soon and we can start dreaming of exploring Vice City. What's your dream GTA 6 location? This game, if everything goes right, will be Rockstar Magnus Opus. What would be the structure, area, discoverable thing you would love to see while traveling in Leonida? Mine would have to be a secret underground bunker, as there is no reference to it in the game, and the only way to find it would be to stumble upon it or a friend tells you LOL or a YouTube video IG. In a bunker, you would have to fight a military, and there would be a few weapons you could choose from depending on which path you went down. You would start in a large open area and choose one of 3 linear paths to obtain the weapon, as you don't know which weapon is at the end because they switch. You're then forced to fight your way back out, and I'll be honest with you, I've had a couple of drinks, so I don't know what the 3 weapons would be LOL, but that's what a community is for. Kennedy Space Center. Yes, I'm pretty sure we're getting something very similar to this, as the leaked world events was seen right there. Next up we go. I hope they give us certain missions where we can approach them in different ways. For example, in the 5 mission chop, it is possible to catch up to D either by the car chase or chasing him through the railroad. But unfortunately, even if you do catch up to him, it's not an option. Instead, I have to deal with the same old trying to find him and awkwardly trying to pull Chop away from mating with the other duck. Meanwhile, speedrunners just shoot the duck. Look at a GTA 4, there are certain missions that you can approach in different ways, and for example, in a mission Lure, you have to snipe a guy from his apartment and you can do the mission in different ways. Call his phone and he'll be near the window, shoot a window and he'll look out of it, or even shoot the satellite and will try to fix his TV while being near the window. Another example is in Hollow Knight. Instead of going through some intense gunfights at a complex, you can just climb a crane near the complex and just snipe the target. Granted, the approach does make you skip the intense gunfight, but at least it's an alternate option. I don't really think their mission structure will change. They change much. They want to tell a narrative, and that's what happens and gonna happen. Certain missions could be more open, maybe with new mechanics, having little sandbox areas, but other than that, I think they'll keep to their formula, maybe give a few more ways to approach, but I don't really know, as most of us don't really know, but hope for the best. Would the racial dynamics work in GTA 6, or would this be too controversial? What if racial dynamics will play a role in GTA 6? For example, Jason being a white country dude. If you're playing as him and you walk down Little Haiti, should he get some weird looks, maybe certain NPCs yell or shoot out? What is a white boy doing here? Stuff like that. And same as if you're playing as Lucia and walking in a redneck area. Thinking about this could be controversial and something Rockstar will probably avoid doing, but this would make things interesting. I don't remember if 5 had anything if you go to the hood with Michael or Trevor, or if Franklin goes to Sandy Shores, etc. I know in 4, Nico will sometimes be called a cracker if you go to the hood parts in Liberty City. The next one we go for, things I had about GTA 5 that I hope don't return in 6. I just picked up the GTA 5 after not playing for a few years, and though I love so many things about the game, all the things I hate about it started coming back to me. I love the option to switch to first person, but I had Rockstar first person. It's like the player's head is lopsided tennis ball swiveling on a stick. I had a lack of save points during missions. I was doing a few main story missions last night, was about 75% done, it got wasted, and had to start all over again. I had a way you buy clothes in stores. You walk up to a clothing item facing it, selecting clothing, then the camera faces you, then buy it and close the menu. And the camera faces away from the closing item you walked up to. It's so disorienting. I hate the character keep changing their clothes, and I have to change them back. I just gave Trevor a nice haircut and clean clothes. I switched to Michael for a bit, then back to it. And he is, back to the Trevor. And he is all dirty, sitting drunk in a park in his underwear. That's kinda cool, maybe a few times, but like every time I switch back to him, he is already wearing different clothes and has taken off the ones I just bought him. As I hate feeling like I'm made of paper, and just a few rounds to my character seems to take me out, even if I'm wearing armor. You'd think a big problem, as I can't clearly tell which direction gunfire is coming from, so I'm constantly watching the minimap for red dots and taking my eyes off the main screen. I hate that I can't spend so much time upgrading a car, get in an accident, get wasted, and lose the car. I wish cars in GTA 6 act like your horse, and in Reddit, as we had in Reddit 2, where you can make any car your trusty steed. That way, it will be there after you die instead of the character's default car. I'm sure I could rant more, but rather, that's enough for me. What are your gripes on the GTA 5 that you don't want to see in the GTA 6? Write down in the comments. See you in the next one, and peace.